In question number 3, it asks us to reflect the image over the y-axis. So I'm going to highlight the y-axis for us so that we make sure that when we flip this triangle, it flips over the highlighted line. Okay, think of it as a mirroring. Okay, so I am going to put my patty paper over my image, and I am going to trace my y-axis, and I'm going to trace my x-axis, putting arrows on the axis that I am asked to flip it over. That way I don't forget when I'm flipping, okay? I am going to put the dots where all the vertices go, and I'm going to label the vertices the same way they are on paper. The D is there, the E is there, and the F is in the bottom. Notice here how I've been pressing on the patty paper so that it can't move, because once you do the X and Y axis, you do not want to move your patty paper or else your dots won't match up. Notice here how my patty paper and my dots are perfect, okay? Now I'm going to flip it across the y-axis. Flipping across the y-axis requires me to take my patty paper and flip it left to right, like that. Okay, line it back up with your X and Y axis. Let's make sure that the dots are in the corners where they're supposed to be, and then go ahead and press down on all 3 of those dots, okay? Now, don't move your patty paper too far because we need to check the labels. Oh, sorry, you need to check the labels. So I'm gonna create my dots again just to make them nice and darker. Notice how D is where my top dot was, E is to the left, and F is the one down at the bottom. Okay. Connect the dots so that you make yourself the nice triangle. And then when you move your patty paper, you should recognize that's the exact same image except it was flipped over my highlighted line. One thing with the patty paper, unlike translations, with translations you had to flip the patty paper over to create those dots on the back and then flip it back over so that it transfers. With reflections, you do not have to worry about putting the dots on the back because when we flip it, that actually allows the lead to transfer. Okay, so now we got D prime, so make sure you have the prime symbols for all those new letters. D prime is to the left 1 and up 4, so that's -1, 4. E prime is to the left 4 and up 3, so that's -4, 3. And E is to the left 2, and I don't go up and down, or up or down, so I go -2, 0.